Flight bus, bitch. You know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind Eminent Terry's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God's duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now we starting some new shit. Some motherfucking new shit. You know, what this shit is right here, I'm gonna call this why your zodiac sign ain't about that life. where I pick a certain topic, right? And then I run down all the zodiacs to see if they about that life or not. And for the first episode, we're gonna talk about, okay, since the sun is in my 7th house, for some reason this what I only thing I can see me doing for today. As a first episode. Committed relationships. So this is the first episode right now. So I'm finna run down all the zodiacs to see if they about that life or not. And the segment is gonna be on committed relationships. So are you about that life? Are you a committed relationship type person or not? Let's see. Now, this is based on the sun signs, so this varies. You know what I'm saying? A lot of details goes into your moon, your rising, into a lot of other shit. But for your basic temperament and your basic actions, this is what you're gonna basically show. Now, your moon sign may help you stay with the person, but while you with the person, these are some of the actions that they may see you do time to time. So, you know. And if that person, moon or rising sign, is willing to put up with it, then this is what keep y'all together. But right now, we just talk about basic awareness. You know what I'm saying? Basic sun sign shit. So, okay. Now, committed relationship. Let's start with Aries, since Aries the first. Now, in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Aries is more like, you know, the type of person that is so much about self that it don't even realize when it's being selfish. So to a female that's in a relationship with a male Aries, a lot of times he's going to do things and want you to do things with him, but when it's time for you to want him to do something for you, it becomes a situation where you almost have to goddamn argue. Because he don't see that. See, he may be uninterested, so he just don't have the patience to want to do that. But he don't understand the fact that you may not necessarily even want him there. But you may feel like, since you always doing what he wants you to do, it's just the principle. You want him to accept what you want him to do at the time right now. You know what I'm saying? And an Aries male may not get that. Now, Aries female. You may want to do a lot of things on your own with your friends, and you know you can be faithful, but see, you don't understand that your male friend, you don't understand that he don't see things that way. He see things like, if you want to do a lot of stuff by yourself or do a lot of things with your friends, then y'all must be up to something. But see, to an Aries female, she may just genuinely like doing that specific thing with her friends. She may just genuinely like going to the grocery store by herself. It doesn't necessarily mean that now, if you talk about a Libra female, we're not there yet. But as far as the Aries female, they can be faithful. It's just some shit that they got to do by themselves. She may want to go to that store and pay her on her phone bill, or go get a money order or something like that by herself. She might not need you. She might want to do it when she get off work. She might not want to wait to come home to get you to go out and do it. She might want to go get it all out the way so she can come home and chill. Chill. She an Aries female, my nigga. Chill. Chill. Shit, that don't mean she might be up to something. Chill. So, at the end of the day, is Aries about that life? Can Aries stay in a committed relationship? The basic temper. Now, I'm saying, we just talk about the sun signs. We're not talking about the moon and what goes into shit. So if you're an Aries, don't get offended. If you're an Aries in a committed relationship, don't get offended by this. But we just talk about what you may see your partner play out from time to time. let's not go too far. No relationship is 100%. But at the end of the day, Aries ain't about that life. Aries ain't about that life. Y'all ain't about that life. Y'all ain't about that life. Taurus. Committed relationships. Are y'all about that life? Let's see. Now Taurus, you know, Taurus in relationships, you know, y'all base y'all love on a lot of different type of things. If someone willing to rub y'all back, y'all like love like that. If someone bring you something to eat at work, y'all think that's love. See, a lot of people may take advantage of you Taurus females because you think someone truly may like you because they bring you that Starbucks coffee to work. They bring you that Dunkin' Donuts coffee to work and shit. They may bring you a job to work. But see, a lot of niggas sometimes just do shit for chicks anyway because they think that's what you're supposed to do. But they mind don't go no deeper than that. So when you long for that connection, after that whole 2 or 3 months, you made that person wait because y'all gonna be steady. Y'all gonna wait. Y'all gonna see what a person gonna do. Now, y'all, that's off the bat with y'all Taurus, you know what I'm saying? Especially Taurus females. Y'all could be interested in a guy, and a guy could be interested into y'all, but you wouldn't even let that show until y'all like months later, until y'all see that last inch of that person may stop trying, and then that's when y'all show affection back to the person and give the person enough confidence to at least ask you for the 30th time. Because it might take that many times to make them crack or make them break. Remember, they're real stable, real stubborn. But once they fall for a person, that person is their possession. And that's how all Taurus look at it. Male and female. Once you with somebody, that's their possession. So if you with a Taurus, whether you're a male or female, and you with a Taurus, just know you're theirs. But don't think that they're saying that like in an emotional way. No, like literally, you're theirs. Your body, you're theirs. That's as in a nigga head, and he's a Taurus. He's looking at his female like that's my pussy. Now, and vice versa, she's looking at it like that's my dick. Sorry for using vulgar language for any young viewers, anything like that. But we got to go there sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Now, here's one of the downsides. The downsides with the Taurus thing, because you know what? When a person gets tired of the love they're receiving, like if you a Taurus, say you're a Taurus, right? And then a person is trying to stay with you, right? So they keep doing the same thing that they did in the first place to get you, right? Now, eventually you're going to get tired of that, right? So then you're going to want something else. And then you're going to feel like what they're giving you is not what you want anymore. And you're going to leave this, and since you're the thinkers and not the fillers, you're going to leave this person to think, and God forbid if they're a filler. You're going to leave this person to overthink, are you appreciating them anymore or not? And then when the situation gets so bad, when the person get ready to leave, Taurus, you don't know how to express yourself well enough to let them know that you wasn't feeling that type of way. So then it just you let distance come between a little earthquake to the point that it's hard to patch things up. So you know, that's like a crack in the street. You by yourself can't pull the street back together for the crack to seal up, could you? No. It's gonna take some. It's gonna take. I don't know what it's gonna take to do that. So 9 times out of 10, the fucking state or whoever your city people come and patch the shit up with some tar or something like that. And that's 9 times out of 10 how the Taurus relationships either way has to come about. So is Taurus about that life? You know what? I think Taurus about that life. Taurus about that life. Committed relationship. Taurus could be in a committed relationship. They this stable enough to be in a stable relationship. They may be hard-headed time to time. You may have to do a little bit more than you have to do with others to budge them time to time. But yeah, once they in it, it's going to be hard to get out of it. So yeah, Taurus about that life. Taurus about that life. Gemini. Is Gemini committed relationship? Is they about that life? Let's find out. Now, you know, Gemini, see, they play tricks, but they play mind games that they don't even realize they're playing. And a lot of times they fool themselves. So you know what I'm saying? They may hide something from themselves. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to this, you know what I'm saying? In a relationship, especially a female Gemini, you could do all the wild wonders, show her a good time and all this, and still have a sense of her not fully letting you know that she only wants you yet. And here's the reason why. Because they figure, so, mommy, you're not recording. But look, they figure since they figure since this person doing all this, I want to see and I want to experience who else may do all this. So while you doing all this, thinking you impressing her, thinking that she's going to be yours, you still feeling the type of energy from her, she making you feel like, well, maybe not. So then she may talk a lot to make you feel like you are, but then her actions show something different. So then that's why she appears like she two people. But really she not doing this on purpose. Sometimes they is. A lot of times. But she gonna look at it like, okay, I'm gonna experience how many others may do this. And then after it's all said and done, let me pick and see who was the best for me. And then it's sad because, you know, to the guy, it may look like she's a player, and you may have all his friends laughing at him and shit. But at the end of the day, in your mind, you feel like you're doing what's best for you, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just gonna let you know though, you're gonna look like two people though. You're gonna look like you gonna say this, but do this. So it's like, goddamn. And then the dudes, you know, dude, Gemini, it's hard to make up your mind if you even want to be in a relationship or not. But once you get in one, you come up with other kind of thoughts. You don't necessarily stay picky like the females do. You know what I'm saying? The girls, y'all, it take a whole lot for y'all to settle down. But the guys, they can settle down. They just come up with thought processes of how to make this work once they in one. The girls may not do that. So just that dynamic alone, that's what make Geminis talk a lot and talk to a lot of females, and then that's what make the female Geminis seem like they can't be trusted and seem like two people. So, you know, is Gemini's about that life? No. Gemini's not about that life. Y'all not about that life. Nope. Y'all not about that life. Now, Cancers. Cancers in a relationship. You know, y'all can become a little clingy, a little needy, but sometimes y'all don't even think y'all coming across like that. Goddamn. Y'all don't even know y'all coming across like that. Y'all may see really what it was really going on. See, if you talking to a Cancer person and they seem to be clingy, see what's really going on with them is they're not meaning to be clingy. They just think this is how a relationship's supposed to go, and they think that you want them to do that. That's what they think. So when you start expressing that you don't want them to do that, and they are being too clingy, they take offense to that, thinking that you don't want them. Instead of that, you just don't like that. But see, they take that them to the heart themselves because they are the emotional sign. So they take that personal. They don't take that as an opinion. They take that personal. So you have to really break down and explain to them. And this is why air signs really can't mix with water signs. You know what I'm saying? Which we just talk about sun signs. We're not talking about moons and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about basic temperaments. You know what I'm saying? This is why it'll be a hard time, because the Cancer, I think, the Cancer water sign, I think that the air sign is always trying to run game. You know what I'm saying? It's always trying to run game. So that could be a problem. But overall, yeah, that could be a problem though. But look, overall though, you know what I'm saying? Cancer loves to cook, love to clean the house, You know what I'm saying? Love to have a person come over and feel a home type of warmth. You know what I'm saying? And instead of going to the movies, most likely they probably want to just watch a movie, Netflix and chill. Shit, probably a Cancer person probably created that meme, Netflix and chill. You know what I'm saying? To keep it real. Get some of y'all favorite foods and just chill out. You know what I'm saying? At the spot. You get real affectionate. You know what I'm saying? So is Cancer's about that life? Yeah, Cancer's about that life. Cancers could be in a committed relationship. You know what I'm saying? Actually, they could be too committed. You know what I'm saying? So Cancer's about that life. Cancer's about that life. Virgos. Is Virgos now committed relationships? Is Virgos about that life? This is a tricky one. I gotta take another hit for this one. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta receive some information for this one. Is Virgos about that life? Let's see. Now, this is the person in a relationship that always want to feel like they helping when they need goddamn help. How you do that? How do you do that? you claiming you did this and you did that when the whole fucking time you wouldn't even been doing that if somebody wasn't helping your goddamn ass. Like, what the fuck? Let me get my lighter, man. This shit went out. Let my lighter go. Now, how you do that? Now, other than that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all will clean up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will clean the spot. You know what I'm saying? And want someone to appreciate that. So, don't get it wrong. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate the hard work that you do. You know what I'm saying? It's just the gossip. Oh man, it's the gossip. The gossip. Where that song come from? I forgot. I think it was that Kanye West song. That ain't so pleasant because you can overdo it. You can overdo it, and everything in a goddamn bad situation. Somebody got a plan. You point out all the fucking bad situations that can happen. Nobody want to hear that right now. God damn, we know what's the worst can happen. That's something like, that's what you and Scorpios got in common. That's what y'all sextile got in common. Something bad can happen, because what happens with the sextile right here is you got the deep waters, and what you got right here is the Virgo sextile, and it's the details. So it point out details, and it has an opportunity. Like I said, sextiles is the opportunity. Trines is the gift, which you already have. The square is what you have to learn in the process, and the opposition is the give and receive in the process. Now the sextile we got in the Virgo and the Scorpio right here is you have the deep waters, then you have the details, then it's the sextile. So it's an opportunity to see and point out the details, what's going on in dark situations. So in the light, it's investigative. So these two together can figure out and investigate and find out all kind of shit. These people find out your fucking Facebook password and get into your shit and switch it from you and fuck up your shit just because you left them. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You gotta watch shit. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Virgo's about that life. I don't know. This one is a toss-up. Because, yeah, you can be reliable at times, but you only become reliable when you get relied on. When someone there to help you get to that point that you can be reliable. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you become clingy like you're not clingy. It's weird because it's mutable. It's 50-50. 50-50. Because you got them Virgos out there. This may be the one that's 50-50. Some is about that life. Some ain't about that life. Some is too damn picky to even consider a life. And then you got some that jump into things so quickly and then be picky in it while they're in it, to the point that you like, why was you with me in the first place then if this is all you're going to do? So, you know what I'm saying? 50-50. Some is about that life, and the other 50 is about that life. Libra, is Libra about that life? Let's talk about it. Now, Libras definitely need a significant other. I'm not even gonna say want. They need a significant other because they feel incomplete. You know what I'm saying? And then when they are forced to have to think about things on their own, it becomes a situation where it's like they want to express that to another one anyway. So after they done it by themselves, they can't wait to tell someone else and to do it with someone else. So it all comes back down to that anyway. So, you know, Libras are pleasers too. You know what I'm saying? You may think that, see, they like chameleons. You may think that they know what you like, but they really don't. But they just communicate well enough to make you think they like that they like what you like. You know what I'm saying? And then, but when you ask about them in a future day, they act like they don't know what you're talking about. See, because they forgot about it. They were just trying to charm your ass that day. They were just trying to charm your ass that day. You know, they real pleasant though. You know what I'm saying? You can make them mean it after time. After time go on. If they really like you, then you can stop them from being so flirtatious with everyone else. But see, they don't see nothing wrong with that. They look at it like the same way they got you, they could get someone else. So it's like when they do that, but express to you that they don't want no one else, they expect you to believe that. Because 9 times out of 10, okay, if they truly into you, yeah, they don't want nobody else. But the way they trying to let you know that the way they express them, that's the way they express themselves. Like they would, but they won't. You know what I'm saying? But so don't push them to the point that they would, because then they would. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Libras is definitely about that life. Libras about that life. They can be in a committed relationship. You got some out there who may cheat, but they can be in a committed relationship. They about that life. Libras, y'all about that life. Scorpios. Now, see, here's the thing. It's a little demanding here. You guys try to shape people into what you want them to be. That's that. You can't see when things get when you jump in that field. See, you're a water sign. Yeah, you may understand how someone feel, but don't confuse that with how a person think. Because how a person think, they can think themselves out of the way they feel and start to feel a whole other way, and you would get caught off guard. So you gotta watch that. Yeah, you could play on a person's emotions, but when a person start to thinking, they switch up on your ass in a second. So, you know, that can get a little tricky because you try to control the way a person moves, the kind of control the way a person do things just because they with you. You know what I'm saying? This person may have like going to house parties, but now that they with you, now they can't go to house parties. But if y'all cool enough and the relationship come down the line, you ease up a little bit. Now, yeah, they could go to house parties, but